Hello, today I'm going to show you how to create these musical notes. Let's open a new document, set the fill to none and leave the stroke black. First, we will create a 5-line staff. Select the pen tool and draw a straight horizontal line. Press the letter V to select it and create a copy. Now press Ctrl D a few times to create additional lines. Select everything, group it together, and align it vertically to the center of your artboard. Let's lock layer 1 and create a new layer. Next, press the letter L for the ellipse tool or select it from the toolbar panel. Swap the fill and the stroke. Zoom in and draw a small ellipse. Let's create a copy. Now rotate it and scale it down so it fits between the lines. Add another copy. Select the first ellipse, swap the fill and the stroke, press the Ctrl and C keys on your keyboard to copy it, and Ctrl F to paste it in front. Let's change the fill to yellow. Now click on this anchor point, hold and drag. While you are dragging your mouse, press the Alt key as well to scale it proportionately. Now rotate it left. Next, select this ellipse, create a copy, change its color, and scale it horizontally and vertically. Select these two shapes and these two as well. Next, go to the Shape Builder tool, and while you are holding down the Alt key, click on the yellow part to delete it. Let's change the fill back to black. Switch to the Rectangle tool and draw a tall and narrow rectangle. Let's zoom in, turn on the outline mode, switch to the Selection tool, select this anchor point and align it to the edge of this ellipse. Next, switch to the Direct Selection tool, select only these two anchor points and align them to the top line. Turn off the outline mode. Let's create a copy of this rectangle, align it to the edge of this ellipse. Click away to deselect, select only this anchor point and move it up. Next, select these two shapes and create a copy. Now we will create this flag. First, switch to the Ellipse tool and draw a big ellipse. Next, go to Effect, Warp and choose Squeeze. Choose the vertical position, change the bend to about -63 and the vertical distortion to about 92. Before we can do any changes to this shape, first we need to expand it. To do this, go to Object and choose Expand Appearance. Let's scale it down. Next, create a copy and change its color to yellow. Let's move it here. Next, press the letter R for the Rotate tool and click on this intersection to set the rotation point. Now click on the yellow shape, hold and drag. Next, switch to the Rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. Be sure its right edge aligns with the center of the black shape. Now select all three shapes and then go to the Shape Builder tool. Press and hold down the Alt key and delete the unwanted parts. If you press and hold down the Shift key as well, you can erase a large area at once. Switch to the Selection tool and bring this shape closer. I'm going to turn off the staff lines so you can see it better. Click away to deselect, and now click on this anchor point and align it with this intersection. If you wish, you can switch to the Direct Selection tool, select these two anchor points and round them, and adjust the position of the flag. I'm going to undo it. Turn on the visibility of staff lines back on, and if you wish, resize the flag. Let's select all three shapes and create a copy. Now select the flag and duplicate it. Let's copy these two shapes and create another copy. Now switch to the Rectangle tool and create a beam at the top. Switch to the Direct Selection tool and draw a box to select only the anchor points on the right side. Now press the up arrow key on your keyboard a few times. Let's zoom in, select only this anchor point and bring it down. Now create a copy of these two shapes, another copy, and one more. Move these two shapes up, and these two as well. Now click on the top anchor point of this beam, create a copy and align it with this anchor point. Switch to the Direct Selection tool, select these two anchor points and move them here. Now bring this anchor point down. Switch to the Selection tool, select this beam and create a copy. If you wish, select these two shapes, group them together. Now press the letter O for the Reflect tool and then hit Enter. Leave the axis as it is, switch to the Selection tool, select this group and the ellipse, click on the ellipse again to mark it as a key object, and now choose Horizontal Align Left. Finally, bring it down to align with this edge. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.